Hi and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be replacing the fluid, drain and replacement fluid on a 722.6 transmission on a W210 Mercedes Benz. However, this applies to, I'm replacing the fluid, the filter, the gasket, but it applies to pretty much all M112, M113 engines, or I should really say 722.6 transmissions in Mercedes Benz cars, and even some Chrysler cars. The first order of business is to remove the drain plug with a 5mm hex socket, also known as an Allen socket. And then just carefully remove these cables and sort of hang them towards the top of those brackets. And then there are a total of six bolts. You'll need a T30 socket. These are the external Torx sockets. And of course, small socket extension would help a great deal. Turn them first by hand, and you should hear audible click, and then after that you can use a gun to remove them the rest of the way. Just leave the two side ones in place. Remove the four corner bolts first, and sort of keep track of. It's best if you're going to reuse the bolts to keep track of where you remove them from. So make a map on a cardboard or place them on the ground in the same orientation. This bracket needs to be removed, and I'll show you in detail how to put it back on later. And then leave the last two for the end, and kind of keep your hand underneath the pan as you remove these two, because there will be, even though you have drained quite a bit of it, there's still probably a third of the fluid is still in the pan. And so have a large catch pan underneath and be ready to just drop it down and not to spill over outside of your pan. And this is the filter. You just pull it out. It has a gasket. Make sure the gasket comes out, and make sure that the new filter has a new gasket with it. So there are two gaskets, one that comes around the mouth of the filter itself, the small gasket, and then this large rubber gasket that goes around the pan. And then with some generous amount of brake fluid, clean the pan. I'm not showing that in detail. There's a magnet. Take the magnet out, and of course clean everything and put the magnet back on in place. This is the filter. Make sure you get a genuine Mercedes-Benz filter. The rest of them you can get third party. This is exactly where the new filter goes. So make sure you watch this as you put it in. There's only one way that filter goes back in. And so after you've cleaned the pan, put the gasket. This is a Corteco gasket, and I've used this brand before. It's a lot cheaper than, well, I shouldn't say a lot. It's probably half as cheap or a third as cheap as the Mercedes Benz one. And and I've never had an issue with any leaking of the fluid using these gaskets. I believe they are, I think Mercedes Benz uses Corteco gaskets and rebrands them as MB. But anyway, so you can save some money with some. Like I said, just use the only genuine part you need to have is the filter. The rest of them, including a new washer for the drain bolt. Make sure you have a new washer. Mercedes-Benz recommends that you replace these 6 bolts. I reuse them every 2 fluid changes, so you can do the same if you wish, or buy the bolts from FCP Euro or Auto House AZ. They're not terribly expensive. You will need torque wrench, of course, tight tolerances for these bolts. I'll have the torque values in both Newton meters and foot-pounds or inch-pounds in the description, and probably embed them in the video. But make sure you have an accurate torque wrench. What you want to do is torque them. Now this is the piece that is... just follow this. The top of it kind of goes underneath that bracket there, on top of the electric plug. And then the bottom part of it kind of sandwiches in between the... And you have to kind of align them and then tighten with the same torque value. It's a different type of bolt or screw. This is the only way. There's only one way it goes in, so if you pay attention as you remove it, then fine. Otherwise, I'm showing it in detail here. Cross pattern to torque the 6 bolts, and then once you have torqued all of the 6 bolts, start in one of the corners and go all the way around, and make sure everything is torqued once more. If you don't want it to develop leaks in the future. Okay, so this is the most critical part of this job. And so you want to, this is just like I said, the drain and replace. I have another video. I might remake that. It's an old video, and it doesn't have any audio in it. I might remake that or add audio to it and repost it. But where I do an actual flush of the transmission fluid on these 722.6 transmissions. So you might want to watch that if you want to replace all of the fluid. Otherwise, this is just a drain and replace, I believe. So measure exactly how much you take out, and then add that amount plus a couple of milliliters, and you'll be just fine. But there's a dipstick. I'll have that part number there too. You can measure. It has 2 readings, one for when the fluid is at the normal cold temperature, and another when it's hot. So you want to leave the engine running and change. So take a measurement first, and when the engine is running, as soon basically cold start the car, take a measurement. So for one of the readings of the 2 in the dipstick, and then another when the engine has reached temperature, which would be after a good 30 minutes of driving. And make sure that your reading is the oil level or fluid level is where it should be. If you haven't done this regularly yourself, Otherwise, if you have, just replace how much you take out, and you'll be fine. And I'll remake the video that shows how to flush this. You can watch it. I'll have it in the description also. It's for an S-Class car, but the procedure is exactly the same as these E320 cars. So other than that, I hope you find this video of use, and if you would like to see more videos like this, like the video. So it's kind of hard to show the dipstick here on video, but like I said, just make sure that you do both readings at the two end of the scale for temperature, and you'll be just fine. Test drive and test for leaks, and also I failed to mention this, but you'll need, of course, jack and jack stands. And if you don't know how to raise the car, watch some of my other videos. And that's it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.